Hello and welcome. It is Saturday, October the 30th, and this is the Greenbrier Valley Church of the Nazarene with your daily devotion. Today we are reading from the Gospel of Luke, chapter 12, verses 13 through 21. Here's the word of the Lord. Someone in the crowd said to him, "Teacher, tell my brother to divide the inheritance with me." Jesus replied, "Man, who appointed me a judge or an arbiter between you?" Then he said to them, "Watch out, be on your guard against all kinds of greed. Life does not consist in abundance of possessions." And he told them this parable. The ground of a certain rich man yielded abundant harvest. He thought to himself, "What shall I do? I have no place to store my crops." Then he said, "This is what I'll do. I will tear down my barns and build bigger ones, and there I will store my surplus grain. And I'll say to myself, you have plenty of grain laid up for many years. Take life easy, eat, drink, and be merry." But God said to him, "You fool, this very night your life will be demanded from you. Then who will get what you have prepared for yourself?" This is how it would be with whoever stores up things for themselves, but is not rich towards God. And that is the word of the Lord. The article today is titled "Abundant Foolishness" by Stefan TV. Today's text reminds us of our perspective on life. Is our life about getting a bigger car, a bigger house, a better paying job, or such things? Or are we trying to protect ourselves from harm through money? That is exactly what the parable of today speaks about. A man who has so much extra grain that he destroys his barns and builds bigger ones. What about us? What are we looking for today? How are our goals aligning with kingdom values? Are we storing treasure on earth where thieves can break in and moth and worm destroy? Or are we storing heavenly treasures of love for our neighbor and for God through actions and choices that glorify God? Are we almost Christian, nice people, but when it comes to how we spend our money, we don't let God guide us? What if we were to die tonight like in this story? Have we focused on what is really important for the perspective of eternity? If that is not the case, what do we need to do to change our lives? Will we share the abundant foolishness of the man in the parable, or we sow and reap abundant kingdom fruits? The hymn is "O Love That Will Not Let Me Go" by George Matheson. O cross that lifts up my head, I dare not ask to flee from thee. And from the book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 1. Since then you have been raised with Christ, set your hearts on things above, where Christ is, seated at the right hand of God. And this is your daily devotion for Saturday, October the 30th. Have a blessed day.